Hey everyone, how's it going? Cloud here, and welcome to my guide on Kennith's Concerns quest. Now, for this quest you need the following requirements, so you must complete these quests: the Slug Menace, Sea Slug, and Wanted quest. You also must have completed Recruitment Drive, Druidic Ritual, Lost Tribe, Goblin Diplomacy, and Priest in Peril quests. And the requirements for this are level 46 mining. And as for items, you don't need any items at all really, so if you want to bring some weapon and armor with you, just in case, it's up to you, but you actually got no enemy to defeat during this quest. That's it for the requirements and items. Now onto the quest starting point. So we're currently at the Lodestone, which can be accessed via the Lodestone network. Now if you don't have this one unlocked, in the description below I have a guide on unlocking the full Lodestone network, which helps speed up completion of the quest. From here, the quest starting point is to go to the town of Witchhaven, which we've been to a few times in the prequel quest, the Slug Menace. I've got an icon being displayed on a minimap, just watch where I'm going. So when you arrive in Witchhaven, we need to go find Kennith, who is located in the house immediately west of the church in Witchhaven. When you speak to him, he'll inform you that the slug-possessed villagers are digging in the shrine and will ask you to investigate. So we're going to climb down the old ruin entrance, which is immediately west of Kennith. This is where we went during the Slug Menace quest, where we fought the Slug Prince. So you want to climb down the ruin entrance, and then you want to go into the opening on your right as soon as you enter the ruin. From there, head east, enter a twisting tunnel, and you want to make your way to the end of the tunnel. An agility shortcut is available if you have the level to do so. Once you get near the end of the tunnel, climb over the rocks and then talk to one of the villagers guarding a dark entrance. The villagers will eerily explain that they are working again and want the fruit of their labour to be a surprise for outsiders. We now want to make our way back to Kennith and inform him of what we've found, so I'll speak to you in a moment. So once back with Kennith, you'll find him acting strangely, having lost all interest in the shrine and sea slugs. Instead, he wants to find his parents. So you want to make your way to Kennith's parents, Kent and Caroline, located outside the east side of the church, and you want to speak with them. Your conversation with the parents is odd, and Kent will then stop talking and slip you a note and run off. You want to read the note, which asks you to meet Ken at the entrance of the Legends Guild because he finds it difficult to talk openly in Witchhaven. Now the Legends Guild is north of Witchhaven, so you want to head in that direction now. Again, I've got an icon being displayed on a minimap, and I'll speak to you once we arrive. Once there, talk to Ken, and he'll explain that Kennith is a demanding son and is worried that Kennith may be seeking revenge on Kimberly, a new girl in town who lost his favourite toy train, and he'll ask you to check on Kimberly to make sure she is safe. So you want to return to Witchhaven and talk to Kimberly, who is in the northernmost house in Witchhaven near Jeb, the boatman. She'll explain that the villagers have been surrounding her house, chanting her name, and that she's been hearing banging and digging noises below her house. Agree to accompany her around town to look for her parents, and a cutscene will occur where villagers surround the house, demanding that she comes out and play, and Kimberly will ask you to act as a bait to lead the villagers into the church. So what you want to do is run around the house and get the 4 villagers following you. They won't try and harm you, so don't worry about that. And then you want to make your way to the church. They will get stuck behind obstacles, so you may need to sort of move in different directions to get them following you. Once you've got them all in the church, you want to quickly run out and close the door, which will lock them in. And now you want to go back and talk to Kimberly, and she'll ask you to follow her to Kennith's house. So follow Kimberly to Kennith directly west of the church, and Kimberly will begin talking to Kennith about the disappearance of her parents and ask if he's seen them. Kennith will deny having seen them and mention that his own parents are indisposed at the moment. He will deny that he is worried about his missing parents. Kimberly will then ask if you hear something outside, and another cutscene will take place where the villagers have escaped and are around the house again, and once again you need to lock them all in the church like you did previously. So I'll speak to you once you've done that. Once the villagers are locked back in the church, talk to Kimberly again and follow her to Ezekiel Lovecraft, who is at the fishing store. And again, once you're there, talk to Kimberly to start the dialogue with Ezekiel, who revealed that the new caverns in the shrine lead under Kimberly's house. Ezekiel offers to allow you into the guarded area in the shrine, as he is recognised as one of the villagers. So talk to Kimberly, and then after you want to head back to the old ruin entrance, and where we spoke to those villagers at the end of the tunnel in the beginning of the quest, we're just going to head back into that direction now. So I'll speak to you once you're there. So talk to Ezekiel and then to one of the two villagers and you'll be let in. This intermediate room has two doors. The metal one is locked. Talk to Ezekiel once more and he'll ask you to travel through the cavern behind the wooden door. Now, we have different rooms to get through during this quest, and now what the idea of the game or the mini sort of quest here is basically to sneak past the villagers and not get caught and make your way into the next room. Now, instead of me trying to sort of explain what to do, what I would advise for this clip is just get to this point with your own sort of quest and character, and then if you watch how I sneak past the villagers, and obviously take close notice of which way they are facing when I sneak past, and then you can obviously copy me straight after. So if you just watch the video now as to what my character does, that will tell you how to get past this bit. So once you got past this puzzle, you will find yourself in a narrow tunnel with mine tracks. You want to follow the tunnel until you get to a lever on one side and a metal door on the other. Use the lever and Ezekiel will come through the door and follow you. You want to then head back round the tunnel until you reach the entrance that you came through and go through the door on the eastern wall. You'll find Ken and Caroline in here, talk with them and they will blabber about Kenneth and how the slugs are doing great work. You see they will be of little use helping you with your task. Speak again to Ezekiel and he will tell you about rubium and give his suggestions on how to get past the second room. So once again we have a room where we need to sneak past the villagers, but this time we have access to rubium, which will allow us to put it in the steam vents, and then once all the steam vents have had one bit of rubium in, the villagers will collapse and allow you to pass through. Now once again, instead of me explaining what to do in this part, if you just get up to this bit yourself and then just watch what I do in this following clip, and you'll see how we get past the villagers. It literally is a case of mining some rubium without getting spotted and then placing them in the vents without getting spotted. Simple as that. So just watch what I do in the video and it will make sense to you. So once you've gone past the second room, you'll now be at the bit before the third and final room, and you want to talk to Ezekiel to get advice about it once again. So we have one last room to get through, and this is very similar to the last one. However, the rubium and the vents will be more scattered, so it will be a little bit more trickier this time. But once again, if you watch what I'm doing in the clip, that will show the best way of obviously getting past this room. One thing just to take note on, one of the villagers who's in the very eastern side, he only faces in several different directions, so as long as you copy exactly what I do in the clip, you shouldn't have any problems at all with this section. So once you've knocked out all the villagers and you've made it through the east door, you'll find Kimberly's parents and Ezekiel, and you want to talk to them and they'll tell you to find Kenneth. You want to exit through the door and retrace your steps back through the rooms, past the villagers and Kenneth's parents, till you return to the tunnel with the mine tracks. Follow the tracks back to the metal door and pass through the door, and you'll see Kenneth is in the room. A short cutscene will occur in which Kenneth reveals that he enslaved the villagers, kidnaps Kimberly's parents and tried to crush you with the rocks, orders a scheme to get revenge on Kimberly for losing his toy train, and Kimberly will be floating in an energy bubble with Kenneth hovering near her shooting off sparks. After the cutscene, you want to talk to Kimberly, who'll give you the location of the toy train, and you want to make your way back to town to find the train's location. Now, this location varies from each player. It will either be near Ezekiel's house, outside of the north door to the east, either outside Kenneth's house on the north side beside the fishing net, near the pillar outside Mayor Hobbs' house, which is on the west side, or by the water south of the town, or south of the house with the well. Literally, if you talk to Kimberly, just take note on where she does say to look. The toy train doesn't come up as a red dot on the mini-map, so you literally just got to look very carefully around the location that she says it's hidden. As for me, it was near Ezekiel's house, so you'll notice in the following clip whereabouts the toy train was for me, and you'll know what sort of thing it looks like. It'll hopefully make it easier for when you find it yourself. But you want to find the train in the area that Kimberly specified and pick it up. You want to then return to the room with Kenneth and Kimberly and use the train on the boy, which will calm his demonic rage and free Kimberly. You'll see one final cutscene, and then the seemingly normal Ken thanks you for your heroic act, as does Ezekiel. And it will come up, congratulations, you have completed Kenneth's Concerns quest. You're awarded 1 quest point, 12,000 mining experience, 5,000 agility experience, access to the mines under Witchhaven, the ability to mine and sell a new ore rubium to Ezekiel Lovecraft for 10 coins each, access to a repeatable mini-task, ability to make super fishing explosives, 2 treasure hunter keys and 2 hearts of ice. So yeah, that's it, quest completed. Not exactly a difficult quest, it literally is more of one of these puzzle type quests rather than having to kill things. I personally don't find the 3 rooms that you have to get past particularly difficult, and hopefully if you watch carefully what I did in the clips, you shouldn't have too much trouble either. The experience for this quest is fairly decent, especially the 12,000 mining experience. That'll definitely bump you up a few levels, and obviously this quest is required for the sequel quest Salt in the Wound, which is another part of the Slug quest series. But yeah, I don't think you'll run into any problems following my guide. However, if you do get stuck, leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll help you out as best I can. If not, thank you for watching. Please make sure you like, favourite, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share with your friends. Cheers guys, bye bye.